Joe Kleen, Southern Hospitality, February 10th, 1990, 22. Here's another one of those roundabouts you like so much, Mr. Phil, Doc Williams declares as he drives his taxi northeast on Pound Road. Oh, these don't bother me, Phil responds, especially with you driving, he adds with a chuckle. Hey, Kelsey declares from the front seat, speaking of roundabout, I want to go back to Oprah and that whole Forsyth County thing Misty and Joe were talking about. What do you have against Al Sharpton? Who? Phil asks. Me? You mean besides being a loudmouth? 2 words. Tawana Brawley. Who? Kelsey asks. Who's that? You're kidding me, Phil declared. You don't know who Tawana Brawley is. Wow. Huh. Guess it wasn't as big of news inside the Beltway as it was back home. Back in like 88, she accused, half a dozen white guys of raping her, writing racial slurs all over her and stuffing her in a dumpster. The men she accused were like cops and a DA for, where was it? Wappinger Falls? Yeah, Joe answers, that's correct. Phil nods twice. Turns out she made the whole thing up. Seems she was afraid she'd get punished for staying out all night or some such, so she just told one hell of a whopper. There was all kinds of sympathy for her at first until her case just completely fell apart. But that didn't stop our man Al. He still swears by her, even though all evidence shows she's a liar. That's what I have against Al Sharpton. It's okay to be wrong. I mean, who'd make up stuff like that? I guess the answer's Tawana Brawley, but Sharpton refuses to admit how his lies added fuel to a fire that never should have started in the first place. I just don't trust the man. Misty can give you some details if you're interested, Joe adds. Wappingers Falls is like 30 miles from Brewster. It was very ugly, but Sharpton was spot on with the Forsyth County thing. Well, he's done a whole lot of other things, though, right? Kelsey asks. He works with Jesse Jackson. And what about that whole thing in New York where those black men were chased by a white mob onto the highway and killed by a car? Sharpton protested that, too. Are you talking Howard Beach? Justin asked. You're right, honey. He was involved with that. Protesting injustice, Kelsey repeated animatedly. I already said he does good things too, Phil replies, just not my cup of tea. And Bensonhurst, Justin asked, he did good work there. He did, okay? I never say he didn't, Phil responds. Am I not allowed to dislike someone? You are, Joe agrees, and I agree with you on Brawley and a couple other ones. Billy Joel talks about Bernard Getz, but he's willing to fight for what he believes in. I was glad to see him and Oprah marching up and coming, and there was peril. People can get ugly. They were ugly, but at least nobody got hurt. Coming? Justin asked. That was the name of the town in Forsyth County, Joe says. Well, that just figures, Justin replies with a smirk. Crackers. Graham or Keebler? Joe asked, shaking his head. 3 roundabouts and 1/10 of a mile later, Doc Williams asked, do any of you play golf? That is the Royal St. Kitts Golf Club on our left. It is award-winning. Joe, what do you think? Phil asked. Trust Justin to play golf with him again? Nope, Joe responds, rubbing his left temple. 1 attempt on my life was plenty. What? Kelsey exclaims. What are you talking about? Oh, just never told you about the time he almost killed me. I'll share the story with you on the beach. It was totally an accident, Justin replies, shaking his head. Never said it wasn't, Joe responds as Doc Williams pulls his van beneath the overhang of the Hyatt's check-in area. I almost wish I could join you to hear this story, Doc declares, turning the van off, but I have other affairs to attend. You have my card, he asks, offering one to Kelsey. We do, she responds with a smile. And thank you.